I ran into my ex-boyfriend, who was supposed to be dead, at a nightclub where I worked part-time. He was cozying up with 2 cocktail waitresses in a VIP booth. His friend, seeing me, sneered, "Johnny, isn't that your cheap little plaything you kept around for 2 years?" Johnny frowned, beckoning me over. "You're such a lowlife, Neena. You said you were working here to get money for my medical bills. What's your excuse now?" My hands clenched, and I turned to leave. Johnny stopped me, pointing to the rows of liquor bottles. "Since you love money so much, I'll give you a chance. Drink until I'm satisfied, and I'll give you 10 grand. I swallowed my humiliation and downed bottle after bottle. My little sister, Lily, was waiting for me to raise her surgery money. As for me, I had stomach cancer and didn't have long to live anyway. As long as the money was there, I'd even die right now. 2 shots of high-proof whiskey later, my stomach was churning violently. I dropped the bottle, clutching my throat and vomiting profusely. "Damn, that's disgusting." Johnny's friend, Ethan, grimaced, moving away. "Johnny, just give her a few $100 and get rid of her." Hearing this, Johnny threw a wad of cash in my face, his voice low and menacing. "Get lost. Don't let me see you here again." Swallowing the bitterness in my mouth, I picked up the money and stuffed it into my chest. I walked up to Johnny, stubbornly saying, "Mr. Sullivan, I can drink more." I opened another row of bottles and mechanically started drinking. After finishing the last bottle, Johnny finally exploded. He cursed under his breath, kicked the bottle from my hand, grabbed my collar, and pulled me close. He raged, "Neena, are you that cheap? Is money really that important to you?" I pushed him away, grinning and reaching out. "Mr. Sullivan, are you satisfied? 10,000. Johnny's lips were tightly pressed together, his eyes burning with anger. In the tense silence, he suddenly chuckled softly. "You want money? I'll give you some." With a glance, someone handed him a cash box. "Pick it up with your mouth, on your knees. If you pick up every bill, I'll give you 15,000 more." As he said this, a rain of banknotes fell. Without hesitation, I knelt down. I heard the jeers and laughter around me, but I ignored it all. My eyes were only on the red bills. With enough money, Lily would be saved. What was dignity? When I reached for the last bill, Johnny stepped on it. I tried several times to pick it up but couldn't. I knelt and said, "Mr. Sullivan, please move your foot." He smirked, lifted his foot, and then placed it on my face. I struggled but couldn't free myself. Tears finally welled up. Johnny abruptly lifted his foot, his face dark, and commanded, "Lick it clean, and the money is yours." My nails dug into my flesh, but I felt no pain. I closed my eyes and licked his shoe. After cleaning the stain, I picked up the last bill, propped myself up on the sofa, and reached out to him again. 15,000. Insatiable, Johnny averted his gaze in disgust, slammed shut the money box, and threw out a "Don't let me see you again" before storming off. Seeing the fun was over, everyone else dispersed. Watching his back, I couldn't help but cough up a mouthful of blood. The manager, Wanda, rushed over to support me, her eyes red. "Neena, why are you doing this? Tell Mr. Sullivan the truth, and your illness can be cured. If you can't speak up, I'll do it for you." Wanda was the only one who knew about Johnny and me. I knew she cared, but I stopped her, shaking my head. "Don't." She couldn't persuade me and dejectedly helped me to the break room. Lying on the sofa, my thoughts drifted. Even though I had taken Johnny in, I always felt I owed him more. 3 years ago, on a stormy night, I met a ragged Johnny outside the hospital. He said he had kidney failure and no money for treatment, so he was waiting to die. Remembering that my parents had both died from kidney disease, I softened and took him in, promising to earn money to help him get treatment, to support myself and my sister, Lily, and to keep my promise. I worked hard. After Johnny recovered, he took a high-risk, high-paying job to ease my burden. In an accident, he was hit on the head by a falling object. The doctor said he was just an inch from death. After that, he often had headaches and was too weak to leave the hospital. To make matters worse, Lily was diagnosed with hereditary nephritis at the same time. To save Lily, I donated a kidney. On my surgery day, Johnny's condition worsened. He begged me to donate a kidney to him, but I couldn't and had to refuse. I explained the situation, but Johnny thought I was lying to him, that I didn't love him. He broke up with me and ran away from the hospital. The next time I heard about him, it was his death. But Lily's illness didn't give me time to grieve. My incision hadn't healed, but I was forced to work everywhere to make money, and my stomach problems worsened into cancer due to irregular meals. Now, meeting Johnny again, knowing he was doing well, I could finally let go of my guilt. We were not from the same world, and I didn't need to disturb his peaceful life. After regaining some strength, I went home. I quickly took some medicine, cleaned the blood from my body, and then went to the hospital to visit Lily. But the little girl wasn't easily fooled. As soon as I entered the ward, she saw my pale face and insisted on stopping treatment to take care of me. I calmed her down, forcing a smile. "Your big sister is an iron warrior. I won't fall easily. The most important thing for you now is to get better. Don't worry your sister." After putting Lily to sleep, I left the ward. Her doctor, Dr. Wong, was waiting outside. Seeing me, he looked sympathetic. "Ms. Gray, your body is severely overloaded. You really shouldn't drink anymore. Otherwise, you may not be able to last until the end of this month." Today was Valentine's Day, February 14th, and there were 15 days left until the end of the month. I had to hurry up and save money for Lily's surgery. I smiled bitterly, taking out the $25,000 from my pocket and handing it to Dr. Wong. "Dr. Wong, I entrust my sister's illness to you. I will raise the rest of the surgery fee as soon as possible." Dr. Wong looked at the money in his hand, stopping me as I was about to leave. "Ms. Gray, this money is enough for your chemotherapy. You can start with." "No need." I interrupted him, smiling and shaking my head. "It's pointless. My only wish now is for Lily to recover completely." Leaving the hospital, I bought 2 large cups of black coffee from a convenience store and drank them down. I got on my electric scooter to start taking deliveries. I was lucky tonight. As soon as I logged in, I got a big order with a delivery fee of $1,000. After picking up the goods, I followed the navigation to the rich area. The security guard, after receiving a call from the homeowner, let me in. Luxury cars lined both sides of the road. My little scooter was out of place. Finding the address, I knocked on the door with a professional smile. When the door opened, I froze. Ethan leaned against the doorframe, whistling at me. "Isn't this Johnny's cheap little plaything? You actually tracked her down here. Since you're here, come in for a drink." Before I could react, he pulled me into the villa, and the black swan cake in my hand fell to the ground. The lively living room instantly fell silent. Johnny frowned at me, displeasure evident on his face. The fiery woman sitting on his lap's face instantly fell. "Johnny, this is the poor girl you faked your death to escape. Is she here to cause trouble? She cheated you out of over $20,000 at the club tonight, and now she's broken the cake you gave me. It's very expensive." Seeing this, Ethan smiled and handed me a bottle of wine. "Simple. Drink this bottle, and I'll pay for the $3,800 cake. Wanda, who had been sent to deliver wine, rushed in and saw the scene. Her face changed, and she quickly snatched the bottle from my hand, anxiously explaining to Johnny. Mr. Sullivan, Neena has late-stage stomach cancer and is missing a kidney. She really can't drink anymore. It could kill her. Ethan sneered. That's rough. Is it true? You're not resenting Johnny and trying to swindle him, are you? Seeing Johnny's gaze fixed on me, Ethan suddenly widened his eyes. Whoa, no way, Johnny. You don't actually believe that. You really fell for nonsense. Who loves her? Johnny seemed to have his tail stepped on, refuting loudly. Neena, look in the mirror. You're a liar. You don't even deserve a finger of mine. He got up, picked up the vacuum cleaner, and stirred the cake on the floor. Then he pointed to the mess. Lick it clean, and it's settled. How about I give you $1 million? I looked quietly at him, arrogant and full of pride, a deep sadness in my heart. In the past, he would always prioritize me, but now, he kept tormenting me. Johnny saw the sadness in my eyes and his gaze dimmed for a moment. Just when I thought he would change his mind and let me go, he leaned against the shoe cabinet, lit a cigarette. Ethan, record her humiliation. Got it. Ethan happily went to get the equipment. I knew I couldn't escape. I didn't have the money to pay for the expensive cake, so I curled my lips, closed my eyes, knelt down, and licked the cake off the floor, bite by bite. The amusement in Johnny's eyes gradually turned to anger. When I stood up and reached out to him, he signed a check and slapped it in my face. Here's your million. Get out of my sight forever. Under everyone's gaze, I limped out of the villa. After eating a whole sweet cake, my stomach churned violently again, causing me to fall off my scooter. My forehead hit a stone by the road, and my mouth was filled with blood. But I was like a puppet without feeling, picking up my scooter and continuing to ride home. $1 million would cover Lily's transplant surgery and provide her with good post-operative care. My duty was done. I could finally rest. I was awakened by a flurry of calls. Confused, I answered the phone and immediately jumped out of bed. Dr. Wong, what did you say? Lily's condition has worsened? My heart leaped into my throat, and my vision began to blur. But in the next second, Dr. Wong's words pulled me back from this near-death experience. Donor, found, enough money for the surgery. I'm coming right away. I was still wearing my cake-stained delivery uniform. I didn't have time to change. I grabbed the check and rushed to the hospital. Dr. Wong, there's $1 million in this check. Please do Lily's surgery. Dr. Wong looked at my excitement and said, Ms. Gray, I know you're in a hurry, but the hospital doesn't accept checks. You should go get the money, and we'll arrange the preoperative procedures immediately. I'll go right away. I took the check to cash it, my heart rate still racing. Thinking that soon Lily would be able to live like a normal person, I couldn't help but cry with excitement. On my way to the bank, I answered the phone while rushing to the counter. Dr. Wong, you can start Lily's surgery. I've arrived and will send the money over immediately. The check was taken by the staff and directly put into the shredder. What are you doing? Thunder exploded in my head, and my temples throbbed. The teller said in an official tone, I'm sorry, we received instructions from above to destroy this check immediately. Before I could digest this, chaos erupted on the phone. Cardiac arrest. Quick, to the emergency room. Hello? Hello? Dr. Wong. I shouted into the phone, my eyes bloodshot, a desperate madman. To maintain order, the customer service manager and security guards forced me out. Heavy rain suddenly fell from the sky, and the temperature dropped sharply. Like a headless fly, I desperately ran towards the villa area from last night. The security guard stopped me again. Perhaps seeing my pitiful state, he made a call to Johnny's villa after my desperate pleas. He then told me, Mr. Sullivan isn't home. His housekeeper said he went to the Jingting Manor. I rushed over, ignoring the guard's obstruction, desperately trying to break in. Johnny, Mr. Sullivan, please come out and see me. I beg you. After 5 minutes of commotion, Johnny finally appeared. He looked down at me from above. Neena, what did you promise me yesterday? You forgot so soon? You never tell the truth. He kicked me away and ordered, call the police. I held onto his legs tightly, kneeling and begging. Mr. Sullivan, I'll take whatever you throw at me. I beg you, give me $1 million. No, 5,000. I only need 5,000. Lily has had cardiac arrest. She needs this 5,000 for the surgery. Lily used to love to be around you. You wouldn't want her to die without surgery, would you? Johnny frowned, pulling his leg back in disgust. Neena, you're so vicious. You wouldn't even spare your sister to get money? I crawled towards him, crying, I'm not lying. Please give me 5,000. The security guard pulled me away, preventing me from approaching him. Johnny stared at me, the crazy woman, and suddenly smirked. He beckoned, and someone immediately leaned in. I didn't hear what he said, but the person looked at me meaningfully before nodding and leaving. Despair overwhelmed me, and I screamed in agony, but Johnny remained unmoved. The next second, several elderly voices, filled with surprise, suddenly sounded behind me. Thank you, Mr. Sullivan, for your great compassion. Mr. Sullivan will surely live a long life. Johnny smiled, walked past me, took 5 stacks of banknotes from the money box opened by someone beside him, and scattered them in front of the beggars. Ethan leaned against the doorframe, shouting, Mr. Sullivan is treating you to lunch. You can go after taking the money. The beggars scrambled for the banknotes, thanking them before leaving. Johnny glanced at me and turned to go back. Watching his back, I suddenly wanted to laugh. He would rather give away a fortune to beggars than to me, the person who had once taken care of him. I don't know how I got back to the hospital. I only know Lily's body was in the morgue. Dr. Wong's, my condolences echoed in my ears. I calmly handled Lily's funeral arrangements. When I returned home with her ashes, I could no longer hold back and vomited a large amount of blood. Taking one last look at my empty home, I smiled, closed the doors and windows, and lit the charcoal I had prepared. Lying back on the bed, looking at the urn beside me. Lily, sister is coming to you.